Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Steins Gate. It is episode 25, or an OVA, I'm not sure how to properly name it. And as always, you know what to do. If you want to see the reaction itself, feel free to go down into my descriptions. There's a link. Replace the circumflex.parts with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, please come back here and hear out my thoughts about this small little episode. See you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, that was a blessing. That was nice. I wasn't sure what this episode was about at all. I remember someone wrote that the episode or the movie, I wasn't sure about which one, gives a little bit of insight about Suzuha's mother, but not really much. And so I'm pretty sure he meant that, what we have just seen. So I had no clue where this was going, but I liked it. So it ties in directly after episode 24. More or neither, I guess there are some weeks between, it seems. And everyone is still there. Everyone is still the same, so they haven't changed much. I really like it. And I like that it was just a nice episode. There was no deep dark secret inside, no world ending, no tragedy. So it was just an uplifting little episode. I would call it a summer episode, just feel good one. So that's why I enjoyed it very much, because I always like those. They lift me up. That's good. Although they started off where I thought like something really terrible happened, which is mainly because our little main act is always acting everything above normal. So as we learn later on, he just had no money for a taxi and he just had no battery on his phone. So he had to walk back. Possibly he could have put out a hand and asked for a ride by someone, but instead he was acting as though he was dying in the middle of a desert. So that was like, well, where's this leading to? And then we ran back these 2 weeks. So very much shown as being disastrous, but it wasn't. And that's cool for me. I like that everyone is still behaving the same, is in many ways acting the same. We got to see Ruka being, I don't know what it was, loved in the meaning of that people photographed her. I'm not completely sure what that was about. I guess it was about the fact that she is male but portraying a female. So maybe that's why they, while taking pictures, shouted perfect portrayal, something like that. But maybe it was something else and I don't get it. But I liked it because she was kind of famous in this moment. She was loved, she was liked. Always a good thing, because Ruka is, I think, apart from Faris, the one that we had the least light on. We don't know much about her. The other one who was major here was Faris, so it's very cool that those two characters were, although not the center of the story, the center of attention of the people there. So Faris had her duels in the game that she's always playing, and she won, as it seems. Nice one. Daru, as being her #1 fan, was on board, so that's why they're here. They were invited. So they all had good times. It was interesting to see Daru dressed differently and so flowery. I can only guess that thus we know now that the mother of Suzuha is a player as well in the same game. Possibly that's how they will meet in the future. Possibly another competition in the US, or maybe a competition in Japan where she flies to, and then they meet in the crowd or something like that. So one can already guess where this is going. And she seems to be a jolly person. She seems to be very uplifting, joyful, in many ways a bit like Mayushi, and like Suzuha, as we learned, when she isn't totally focused on her mission. She was a very nice and entertaining person as well. So this is where this comes from. That's a cool thing. Maybe we will have an episode about that in the future. I don't know. Mayushi is the same as always, so she tries to be uplifting to everyone, although she didn't have much screen time this time. But most importantly, I mean, what can we say about Ocarina? He doesn't change. And I mean, seriously, on the border, when you're leaving the flight, saying, I'm the mad scientist and here to conquer the US. For a second, I thought there were two minds who found each other because they were both laughing, you know? But nope, he got taken away in chains and handcuffs. That was just, yeah, that had to happen somewhere, you know? He's just acting crazy. He knows it's wrong, and then he instantly did, I'm just a civilian, I'm just a civilian. But that was too late. So he was able to leave again, but there was a typical Ocarina reaction. And I think more than the first time we have seen the world react to this behavior of his in the way that we would think the world behaves. And we've seen it another time later on when he was having a little meeting with the police. Not so much of a surprise because he said something about starting a war or like, and yeah, off he goes. So I liked it. It was funny. It was entertaining. It had no dear consequences. He even cancelled the hotel rooms because he was afraid the organization is behind it. So he didn't change. He's really still playing this game of craziness. But well, that's him. So that was nice. And we finally had the talk which was needed with Kurizu. But not before Kurizu had to cosplay a cat. Which he made her do, as it seems. But they had this talk in the desert because she has forgotten to get fuel as well. So in some ways they're kind of similar, you know. In the end, both are stranded there. I guess Daru and the others will follow them and pick them up, or who knows. But he confessed the fact that in every word line he loved her, and I really like that. Those are the moments when he's sincere, you know, when he goes out of the mad scientist, when he's not going crazy about everything. So he can be sincere, and he knows when to do it. He grips his heart and puts it on the line. So he told her, I do love you. I loved you in every word line, and I do love you here, and still will. So, and I think that won her over. She was already partially convinced, there's no question. So, they did not show us a kiss. But, I mean, what else should it be? I don't think anything else should be in this moment, so I'm sure that there is a kiss as a reply to this. And that's a nice ending. I like it. It's a cool ending. A good end for the first season. And well, what's next? Next is the movie. I know some of you wrote, please react to the movie because there's some nice scenes in. It's mainly a recap, but it is nicely done. It is a good movie. While others said, oh well, the movie is more neither repeat, you don't have to watch this. I see both sides, so I say I will go with the movie because it is out there. The artist, the studio who did it, put out the movie for a reason. Some said there are graphically a little bit better, and some scenes, emotions, whatever, are crafted better or shown better. And it gives you, I think, gives me a different view maybe on some things, so that's nice. So I will do it. I will watch the movie. For those who don't like the movie or who are like, I don't need to watch this, you can skip it. It's okay. But I will afterwards then react to Steins Gate 0, which is, as far as I know, still running right now. So that's it this time. Not so much to discuss. I hope you liked this. I did for sure. And I will see you on my next reaction. Until then, please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. If you have critics, as I had in the last weeks, feel free to tell me what you would like to be made better. As long as your critic is valuable and not negative, I really like to read them. So, that's it from me. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.